actually front running that was going on here during the Prohibition days. You can find out all about this in a museum on its first floor that you can actually go to. But keep in mind when you see it in the museum, you'll then you can drive the original elevator all the way to the front door where there will be cars. The bartender might ask you questions about the museum, about the things you saw in the museum below, and if you have any guesses and answers for like what the museum is and down the train. Also at the top floor, there's a room called the Chinese Room where it lies a legendary chair called the Wishing Chair. It's built in the shape of a glass gallagher measuring the China and it's different Arabic to a small signal. When you sit in this chair, you will be married within the year. Now, whether or not that's a good thing, I'll leave that up to you. We've had a few successes from employees that actually took their significant other to that chair. One of them sent his then fiance down in that chair and they were married in a year. Another one brought his girlfriend there, sat her down in that chair, and she was also married within a year. Seattle. West Seattle is also home to two of my favorite places here in the city, and that being Alki Beach and Lincoln Park. Alki Beach, for anybody who's ever been to Southern California, it's kind of like if Laguna Beach and Huntington Beach had a baby, you get Alki Beach. It's one of the few sandy beaches here, and it's a 2-mile long stretch. Plenty of bonfires. It's one of the few beaches here in Seattle you can have bonfires at. Lots of volleyball nets to play, and one of the best places to get a view. Well, they actually have it out right now on the board gun, right there. Golden skull and console right there. The reason for Jolly Roger pirate flag. And the Navy said, okay, we'll do that. And this is because Admiral Kidd's nickname in OCS, or Officer Candidacy School, was Captain Kidd, named after the famous Scottish pirate Captain Kidd. You can see our sister ship out there, the Good Time 3, doing their summer views cruise. Now because we have a wildlife spotting right here along the security net, you may notice several brown and black blobs lying at their leisure, and these are California sea lions. Now what are California sea lions doing in Washington, I hear you cry? Well, they are all, and I say this with all love in my heart, they are losers, and not in a bad way. They lost an annual competition that happens every year in the Southern California, New Mexico region that is known as the Beachmaster competition. A Beachmaster is the largest, the biggest, the baddest sea lion who wins a battle for rights of territory and mating rights for any girlfriend that you might choose. The losers of that battle will come up here and rest on our netting, eating our salmon, using the feeder sound kind of like a gym to get bulker, bigger, fatter, meaner to go back. USS Gabrielle Giffords, it's a littoral combat ship, a trimaran hull. It's made to operate in waters as shallow as 20 feet. And you can't see it right now, but it does have an angular hull design, and this is because it helps with radar detection, making it very stealthy. It appears as a much smaller ship on radar. The USS Gabrielle Giffords was named after former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, who was shot in the head at a 2011 anti-gun rally, and she was named after Gabrielle Giffords. That ship is the 16th ship in the entire history of the United States Navy to be named after a living person, and the 13th ship in the entire history of the United States Navy to be named after a woman. This gives me a prime opportunity to talk about my favorite ships in the Sound, these little boats, the tugboats. Tugboats are small and mighty. They push around anything of any size that comes into the bay, and you can see them now helping the OOC Oakland make underway. They just finished loading this thing up, and it is about to make its way to its next destination. And to get out of the Sound, it needs tugboats to push it out. The tugboats feature what's called a hydrocycloidal drive, where most ships, we have a propeller on the back maneuverable. They can go diagonally, sideways, whatever ways to help them push whatever they need to. They are small, they are mighty, they're kind of like the superheroes of the sound, kind of like Mighty Mouse. I'm going to stop talking about the shipping industry for a little bit and turn towards sports, because I know you see our stadiums and maybe have actually been to the stadium today. The first one, just peeking over the Oakland lattice-like arches, that is T-Mobile Park. T-Mobile Park is one of the most expensive single-use stadiums on the planet. It's a single-use stadium because only one team plays out of T-Mobile Park, that being the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners hold a coveted title in Major League Baseball, as they are the only team in Major League Baseball to never have gone to the World Series, a title they fiercely defend every year. The New Orleans Saints came to play in the wild card game matchup. The star running back at the time, the man by the name of Marshawn Lynch, also known as Beast Mode, broke away for 2 Lumen Field. They dubbed it the Beastquake, and it held the record as the largest man-made earthquake for over a decade. But a couple of years ago, that record was broken. Not by a beast, but a queen. We are experiencing some wake, as you may have noticed, if you're up and walking about. Please hold on to the handrails. So that record was broken by a queen. And this
It's really hard at putting together a fun and informative tour, which is certainly no easy task. Our waterways are constantly changing with boats coming and going, sometimes 1,000 foot. That's helped us keep our waterways clean, so we appreciate it. We're going to set down the microphone as we get our line secure, but once we're all fast, I'll get back on.